Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and here is me, Ren. Yeah, so basically it's like a late night in Sunday, so yeah, I will just record only one video for today, and yeah, another video on the other day. But yeah, basically I want to share about like the topic is talking about like it's a sharing type, yeah, but talking about your self-awareness, or like your self-value awareness versus like a victim's mindset. Yeah. Why these two come together? I'll put it together because one is like so positive and the other one's like so negative, right? In a sense, because when people trying to understanding themselves, a lot of time, like especially in our church, why people come into church? Usually 2 points. Because one, people just believe in God, or actually three. Okay, first, I mean, for those people who join into our church, first, they believe in God. Secondly, they found someone to accept them in the organization. And the third one, basically, it's just because, yeah, somebody joined. So, yeah, I'll just continue join as well, right? Yeah, so basically, these three types of believers exist in the church. But then, like, a lot of time, when the second type of our members when they joining our events, a lot of time for me, what I found is that they easily just bring out their victim's card, because I was like this, so I cannot change anything, and yeah, that is me, that is part of me. Yeah, a lot of time they will just keep on repeating about like this narrative, like saying that, oh, I'm like this, you can't change because, yeah, you know, I'm a, maybe they will just bring out their race. They will say that, oh, because I'm a Korean, I'm a Japanese, I'm a African, I'm an Asian. Or they will just say that because their parents is like is unfaithful. Oh, because my parents are faithful, so I don't have faith. Because my parents are faithful, so I don't know anything. Oh, yeah. Or they will just say that, oh yeah, because I wasn't like your family. A lot of time the victims mindset people, a lot of time will just say, oh, yeah, because my family is not like your parents. Your parents are so faithful and my parents not. No, they're just very normal. Yeah, so this kind of thinking itself, to be honest, really bothersome to me, because in a sense it's like telling me, or like telling the people that they can't change. And this can't change itself is much more like, it's not because like there is some principle inside of you cannot change. It's much more like you are trying to use like I'm a victim to protect yourself. Like, I'm a victim of the era. I'm a victim of this kind of environment to protect yourself. For you, no need to change yourself, and you just call it yourself, like part of yourself. But actually, it's not. And like a lot of time, like when I try to say, yeah, like it's not only happening to the international members as well, but actually, unfortunately, a lot of time also happening onto the Koreans, when they just thinking that, yeah, they can just normalize, always say standardize everyone with the Korean standards. Or maybe the Japanese will think in a much more similar way, because, like, you know, they're born with a country of systematic, instead of like a much more always fuzzy and talking about, yeah, feelings. They're much more like, yeah, this is how our rules go. Like my brother, he did say something like when like a Southeast Asian is, like, just for example, okay, it's like Southeast Asian, we are much more easily to hurt like some certain group of people. They were just not getting a license, and they just go to have fun with motor, right? And somehow, because of their lowest limit, and somehow, like, when our other race people, ethnic people, we are trying to drive, or like we're trying to practice our driving skill, it's not that we're going with extreme, but we're trying to just practice in this way. Yeah, they will do something similar. So what was the current people's logic in it? Is that, oh, so you're doing something illegal. You want to say that it's something illegal, right? At the same time, yeah, it is. But at the same time, is it really bothersome with your life? No. Why do you care? So, yeah, these are kind of things. Yeah, and it just keep on like bringing it out. So, what's the victim's mindset, or just work inside here? So, victim's mindset. When you're trying to say that you're trying to be closer to God, you're trying to be closer to be like true parents. A victim's mindset was just always stopping us like to be better people. And how's the better people we're always gonna say is that you're trying to just be better, or at least trying to be greater than the yesterday self. We can't make sure that every day you will just achieve it, but it doesn't mean that you just go with the idealism, and once you broke your idealism, and then you need to be totally opposite of it, right? Like when disappointed to kindness, it doesn't mean that you necessarily go to something evil. That's the same logic. But a lot of time, the victim's mindset people is like, yeah, because I was being rejected outside so many times. So when God accepting me, like my weak point, God will accept everything because it's considered me. But actually, when God creating you, or like to create we human beings, God didn't mean in that way. That's your own interpretation, sorry to say, but yeah, it's like strongly your own interpretation, and just basically you're trying to hiding your own laziness behind it. Yeah, so when God trying to create every single one of the people in the earth, so basically in the mutual way, in the most easy way to understand it, is that everyone sharing same standard of morality. When I apply this kind of morality onto myself, I will apply onto other people as well. It's not that I just asking other people to do whatever I'm asking for, and I don't need to follow the rules. If you're doing it, basically you're a narcissist. And a lot of time, like, yeah, the leftists will just call the rightists to be narcissists, but actually, guess what? I think the leftists are the narcissists. It's much more easy to create a narcissism. Why? Because like narcissism itself is like asking everyone to go in with a certain rule, and the rule itself is only setting up with someone's favor. So idealists, why is idealist? Because they want something good in the future to happen, but with the something good itself, it means that it's good for you. Is it necessary to good for other people? No. And even the heroistic, like thinking, the terminology, is also something similar. I'm sacrificing myself. For whose sake, actually? Is it for your family's sake? Is it for a certain type of group of people that you want to protect with? Or you just sacrifice it because you want it? Yeah, so this kind of like a victim's mindset into it. A lot of time people are just like, when we're trying to understand like the villains, the villains that appear in a movie, a lot of time they have a sad story. Yeah, they were once good, but why they become bad is because they are applying their own idealism thinking into it. And because they apply their own idealism thinking into it, once it's broke, they will turn into total evil. And because they turn into total evil itself, even though they have a good story, yeah, it doesn't necessarily saying that they are good. But yeah, a lot of time we are really being disturbed by the sense of like people bring out like, oh, they are the victim as well. So to lower down the sense that they did something evil. But actually, victim card itself, it shouldn't be the reason that you're trying to act weird or act evil, or at least like something that would just hurt God. Just look at Moses. After he just threw the tabernacle, God punished him. After he struck the rock twice, God punished him. Is he a saint? Yes, but is it means that the saint will be immune from God's punishment? No, totally no. Basically, if you're just thinking that, yeah, I'm a saint, I'm doing everything so God can do it through me, basically you're just having an insane delusion. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna just say. Yeah, so was what was a victim card, the victim mindset. Basically easy. You're just saying that I never change because of the past something whatever reason I cannot change my certain action, even though it's like under God's principle. Yeah, basically you're just self-centered. What means like your self-value. So your self-value is that no matter what kind of situation happen, I am me, and my value in front of God never change. So you just need to know that your value in front of God, you never change. That's it. The value of you in front of other people, would it change? Yes, certainly. Every time it's changing. You need to realize this point really early in your daily life, or else you will just face a lot of like a difficulties and struggle because you're having a wrong expectation onto it. Yeah, so that's basically all my points for today, and yeah, hope you all just enjoy. Yeah, I mean, it's much more a little bit fuzzy, but I think I already make it a very smooth curve here and there. So if you try to listen more, you will just understand what's the point I try to say. Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the main thing I want to talk about today. Yeah, so if you like my video, just like it, share it, and subscribe, and also leave a comment if you have any kind of thoughts in it. And yeah, see you in my next video. See ya.